finally, I said I would be back, and here I am back. Welcome. So this request is from Dean, and one thing I love about Dean's request is he always gives me oldies. And it's usually oldies that I've never heard before or that were super popular then, but of course they kind of lost their steam and then I just never heard of them. Or if it's not like some kind of oldies that maybe my mom was listening to or liked or whatever, maybe I just didn't hear it. If it's from the 40s, I've heard it, but usually this is from like the 60s and 70s, and my mom likes certain 70s and some 60s, and it's like, I don't know. Anyway, point is, this is one I've never heard. This is Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66, and it's called The Fool on the Hill, and it's from 1968. So, curious to see if I'm going to dig this one. Let's ask the 8-ball, because he's always right. Outlook, not so good. I mean, the reason I'm and maybe agreeing with this already before I've even heard it is because I'm not a huge fan of 60s and 70s music, and this is 68, so I don't know if it's going to sound more 60s or more 70s, but I'm just not a big fan of those eras. I don't think I lived during that time in my previous life. I think I was very much in the 40s, 30s, 40s. Maybe into the early 50s, but then I think that was it for me. But I'm going to be open-minded and give it a shot because, like I said, I love hearing new music. So let's see what I think. Here we go.
Some of today's finest music is written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney, the Rodgers and Hart of Carnaby Street, and this is one of their latest.
Still, but nobody wants to know him. They can see that he's just a fool, and he never gives an answer. But the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round. Sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning and he never shows his feelings. But the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round.
It's just so cheesy. It's so 60s. It's just so, it sounded like the beginning of a sitcom, like Oh man, I don't even know what to rate something like that because it's just so gloriously cheesy. And I loved their outfits and their hair, and it was so 60s. And like maybe it was, I mean, late 60s, early 70s, but like the short dresses, the dresses kind of made their boobs look lumpy. I don't know about that. But anyway, and then the hair that was like almost like plastic, it was like, just very 60s. Oh man. And when he would just look at the camera. Oh. I mean, I'm not going to listen to it again. It's not my style. I'm not going to download it or anything. But I don't want to give it like a bad rating because, I mean, it was just so gloriously cheesy. It gets a 10 on the cheese scale, if there was one. Yeah, let me know what you think. Who are these people? Did they have a show where they just sang covers of popular songs of the day or something? It was a fun watch, which I usually get from these old videos from Dean, so I think that's always really fun. Okay. I'll be back with another video. Music with Molly. Cheers.